and we're going to talk about marketing with YouTube. So if you've just joined us, welcome to the New Life event. If you've already been here, go grab your potty break because you already know what what our introduction is like. I'm the CEO of One Choice for Your Store and the host of Ecom Experts on Webmaster Radio. We are going to get together tomorrow night on on the radio show at 6 p.m. Eastern Time and get together and have more discussions and answer questions and do live site reviews. So I hope you will join me for that. And as you know, I love education. I love education. And if you want to learn more about me, just go check out my bio. I love the New Life event. I'm so glad you're here for this. A big special thank you to our speakers. Without our speakers, we would not have this education. And let me tell you, I'm not done with the education tonight. You really do want to miss the Oscars. I mean, let me tell you, the next one I've got is David Satella. Do you remember that really great book, the PPC book that Joe gave away yesterday? The guy who wrote it with, David Satella, who is like normally one of the top speakers at Search Engine Strategies, that's the $2,000 conference, he's speaking next. And he's going to teach you how to do social media advertising. So, hello, I just found out 50% of my customers are coming to Facebook. I think I need to learn how to market to them and get more customers. The lady that found out LinkedIn is grabbing lots of it. That's next. That's what I'm talking about. Melinda is going to talk about basics of SEO, bare bone basics. And then we've got John Lawson, Colder Ice. If you've ever seen him talk, you don't want to miss it. So you got to get out there and tell people, don't go to the Oscars, come here. We have the best education. We are rocking it. We've got prizes. Don't forget our grand prize tonight. You are a winner just by being here because you are getting amazing, amazing education. Amazing education. We're 26 webinars down. All right, so if you want to win prizes, go to twitter-winner.com. I'm going to start doing some quick quizzes on you guys to give away some extra prizes because I'm making sure you're paying attention. So if you want to find out more, just go to twitter-winner.com. I've got all the information, including how you can get into our chat room. It's awesome. And we're having fun, and we're talking to each other, and we're networking together. But you know what? We're going to keep this networking going. We're going to keep it up with the mastermind group where you can talk with other people, where you can say, I don't know where to start, and we're all going to jump in and help you. I don't know how to blog. I don't know what to blog about. We're going to help you. You don't know how to do things. We're going to start the book club so that way we can learn together. This is not over with tonight. You are not going to be alone after tonight. I'm going to ask the speakers to join us in all of this so that they can help us. I mean, you are not alone. You are here with us, and we're going to do this together. So if you have questions at New Life event or ask questions on the right side, I'm going to pass on the controls to Greg. Hopefully some of you got to get a little bit of a break, and hopefully you see a show my screen.
I see it.
Perfect, perfect. All right.
You see my screen.
We see it wonderfully. Thank you so much. And I love your education about YouTube. I love it. I love it. And I can't wait to see this. I'm going to mute myself. And thank you, Greg, for being here.
Okay. Thanks, Shauna. Well, as Shauna was saying, I'm going to talk to you today about YouTube. And I'm going to tell you just a little bit about myself here as an introduction so that you understand, I guess, where I'm coming from and how I maybe have the skill set here to be able to talk to you about YouTube today and what this can do for you. You can see up there I've got a book out called Grow Your Online Sales. This is actually one of the prizes that's going to be given away here. I do blog on a weekly basis. I also write for a local newspaper. I've been a guest on Shauna's Ecom Experts Radio and a featured speaker at a variety of industry events, both industry being internet industry events as well as specific industry events, whether they be for retail gift shops or garden center trade shows and so forth. I'm also the President and Chief Technology Officer of Webstores Limited. And Webstores Limited, being my company, we have done a number of things. I don't need to read them to you, but you can see that basically we've been doing this since 1995, pretty much the inception of the internet to the public. and we've won a number of awards, including Colorado Small Business of the Year and being listed on the Inc. 500. We've helped a number of different companies, large companies that you can see up there, Los Alamos National Laboratory, Chase Payment Tech, and so forth, to very small companies. We've got some people who are just working out of their garages, selling things on the internet. So a variety of different people that we've helped. I'm sure you fall somewhere in between there. Here's what our goals are for today. We want you to learn about YouTube marketing, and I'm actually going to show you how you can create your own videos. You can do this even if you don't have a video camera and you don't have any idea how to go about doing it. I'm going to show you how you can actually build a video that's going to help you with your search engine optimization, as the previous speaker spoke about. I'm going to show you how to create a YouTube channel. You're going to learn how to use YouTube to actually drive traffic to your website, and how you can take videos that you've uploaded to YouTube and embed those back into your own website. Don't worry about taking notes. All of my handouts today are available at this website here, www.gregjameson.com/newlife. You can go there and get all of the notes for today. So you'll get more out of this if we just cruise through here and pay attention. And as Shauna said, you can go ahead and write questions down on the side there, and at the end of this we'll try to answer as many of those as we can. So what is YouTube? I think everybody knows what it is. It's basically a video sharing website where you can go and you can upload videos. It was actually started by 3 former PayPal employees back in 2005, and in 2006 YouTube was purchased by Google. The fact that it is now operated as a subsidiary of Google makes it really important, both in terms of the built-in search capabilities that it has and in terms of the positioning that a YouTube video can give you on the Google site as well. These stats are probably old by now, but the last time I checked, YouTube was getting 13 million visitors every single day who were spending an average of 27 minutes. That is absolutely critical for you to understand the importance of YouTube as it fits into the whole stratosphere of the internet. You can see there, if we take a look at Alexa, YouTube is basically the 3rd most popular site on the internet after Google and Facebook. And this information here may actually be old too. I think Facebook maybe has surpassed Google at this point, but YouTube is still that number 3 slot. So very important for you to get your marketing on YouTube. It's also important that you understand that you don't get to be popular on these search engines like Google by being number 1. It's the other way around. You get to be number 1 on Google because you're already popular. And it's almost impossible for you to be page 1 ranked for any new website. And the interesting thing is that even if you could, search engines are actually only driving about 20% of all web traffic. In fact, you can see on this graphic here, it's about 18%. Where's the rest of this coming from? Well, social media sites are accounting for a lot of it. Email's accounting for a lot of it. So how do you tap into these social sites and these email things and so forth? What you do is you use YouTube to become popular in the first place, and then you can funnel all of your traffic from there, and that's going to start making you more popular on the search engines. Now, interestingly, YouTube is the 2nd most popular search engine on the internet after Google. It's got more traffic than all of the primetime TV networks combined. So you really want to do your marketing with online video. You can see here that almost 60% of the internet traffic is now video. There's 150 million people who view online videos every month. Very important. Quick breakdown here of YouTube by category. You can see that obviously the most popular category for YouTube videos is music, followed by entertainment. But if you just look at the sheer number of people that are out there doing things, there may only be 2.6% of the videos out there that are how-to videos, but that is really a great place for you to start with putting videos up on YouTube. And I'm going to give you some specific examples as we go through here. Okay, you can see obviously that there's now 1,200 years worth of video on YouTube. And the great thing is that by putting a video out there, it's a great way to establish yourself as an expert on your particular market. Blogs are certainly important in terms of driving some of that content and getting some of those backlinks that other speakers have talked about. But if you have a video out there, people tend to believe things that are on video, and it's really a great way to make you be the expert. And it's actually pretty easy to start your own online TV show. We're going to talk about specifically how to do that. Here's an example of one. This is Growing Wisdom. You can see that this screen capture here is actually from YouTube, and these people have their own online channel. If you don't like the way that you look on camera, it's really pretty easy to create effective videos that just have your voice, or maybe not even your voice, but just text on the screen with some background music. And I can show you how to do that here during the time that we have together today as well. One of the things that you should note is that really slick professional videos may not actually be as effective as those that look like you went and you did this because you're a subject matter expert, not somebody that has a lot of bucks to throw into a video commercial. There are some free tools that you can use to edit your videos. You can get free background music and so forth. So what types of videos should you create? Well, I've talked about how-to videos, and these are really important. You can do product demonstrations, and you can do both tutorials and training on a particular product. You can do commercials. Testimonials from your customers are fantastic. When you're out at one of your customer sites or whatever, take your little digital camera, grab a 30-second clip, and use their testimonial either as a video by itself or built into another video. You can do video responses back to other videos. And you can also do reviews of things on Amazon with video now. So lots of different things you can do with videos, and you should probably experiment with all of these different types of videos. Another place where you can put a video is on Google Places. And if you aren't familiar with Google Places, this is what used to be known as Google Local. And basically you go there and you set your business up on Google Places. And what you get is these little dots when someone goes there. You've probably seen these on different searches that you've done on Google. So when you actually hover over one of these little pinpoints, it will tell you what the business is that's located there. When you click on that, you can go and actually add a video in there as well as a bunch of other information about your business. So great place to do this. It means basically that potential clients can go there and see a video about your company before they ever even get to your website. It's pretty easy to do it. You need to do it through YouTube. YouTube, as I said, is owned by Google. You upload your video to YouTube, and the URL that you get out of YouTube, you basically just paste that into the box that's supplied on Google Places, and you're done. That's really all there is to it. The really cool thing about this is that you don't even have to have a website to be located on Google Places. You could basically be doing all types of marketing to drive people into a brick and mortar store by simply having a presence on Facebook, a presence on YouTube, and a presence through Google Places, none of this has cost you any money at all, and you can drive all sites of traffic to your brick and mortar store. Of course, we think that you ought to have a web store, and obviously you can drive more and more traffic to your web store by using these techniques as well. So I want to show you a couple of viral videos just as examples, and these are obviously ones that have been done here professionally, and so they look good, but I want to go ahead and show you what these can look like. This first one here is called Evian Babies. You might not even recognize that as a commercial. People obviously enjoy just seeing that. The other one I'm going to show you here is from Heineken.
Nou, dit is dus de huiskamer. En dan komen we hier bij de slaapkamer. Met...
Check this out. That video has been viewed almost 10 million times now. It hasn't cost Heineken anything to put that up there. Now, the other thing that you'll want to notice is that video is only 32 seconds long. Shorter videos sometimes are much more effective than longer ones. Now, obviously, most of us don't have the budget of Evian water or Heineken, so what kind of things can we do that are low cost that are going to still be able to generate a lot of different traffic for us? And I've got a couple of different examples here. I'm not going to play all of these for you in the interest of time, but these links are available in the handouts there at the site that I mentioned at the beginning and will mention again at the end of this presentation. I will go ahead and show you one of them just because I think that this is an interesting example, and this is about a folding bike. Obviously, this guy is the owner of a bike shop. Anyone could do this type of a video. And he's got 63,000 views on this.
The purpose of this video is to demonstrate the folding method of the Montague MX and Paratrooper Series full-size folding mountain bikes. I'm Larry with ridethisbike.com, and this is how it works. You have one quick release lever here. Flip it up, hold the bottom, twirl the lever to loosen it up, drop it, and you're done. And then to put it back together, just reverse the process. Push down on the button, put the quick release in place, couple of turns, and it's ready to roll. The benefit of this system is that even when this quick release is open, as long as the quick release lever has engaged both parts of the frame, it's not going to come apart. So even if you don't secure the quick release properly, you're not going to flip this bike open while you're riding it. That's it. We're ready. Of course, it would help to flip the pedals down. See you guys later.
Pretty simple, huh? He's just sitting there talking about riding a bike. Obviously, you could do that type of a video. It only lasted 1 minute and 33 seconds. So what are the most viral YouTube topics? I've listed them here. We saw obviously that music videos were the most popular. They're also the most viral types of videos on YouTube. But once you get past that, there's all types of things. Kids and babies. Evian Water used babies in their video, and the thing went viral. Surprising talent. Do something that's a little bit strange or bizarre and may go viral. Like it or not, offensive comedy and sex both sell, and those types of videos tend to go viral, as well as videos using pets and animals. So regardless of what your particular product is, if you can take a look at these types of viral topics, you may be able to blend those into the videos that you produce. Now, I talked about how some of those videos were only 30 seconds long or 1 minute and 30 seconds long, and in general, you're actually going to have the best chance of having a highly viewed video if you stick to about 2 minutes. Some people will say 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes, somewhere in there. But the point of the whole thing is you don't want to have really long videos. You can actually put up to a 15-minute video on YouTube, but the chances of somebody watching that from beginning to end are not very good. Now, it may be that what you want to do is have an educational video, and you really do need 15 minutes worth of time. Maybe you need an hour's worth of time. And what you can do in that case is you can actually create a playlist and have one video go to the next video in sequence, and I'm going to show you how to do that later on in the presentation here. So that's what I talked about here. If you've got a long segment, you can combine those together into a playlist. Visitors can skip the parts that they aren't particularly interested in, jump right to the parts that they are interested in if you do that. And it's also possible to actually link all of the videos in a playlist. So you can do this by adding annotations with links to other videos. And I'm going to show you how you can actually do this. I've got an example here as to how this works. And this is a video that I created for one of our customers. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go in and edit a different video. I'm just going to pick, well, I'm going to pick this e-commerce extravaganza invitation video here. This is a video that I had put together doing another webinar series that Shauna was in on as well. And what I'm going to do is go towards the end of this video here, and there is a choice here to come in here and put in some annotations. And when you put in an annotation, go towards the end here, there's different types of annotations that you can put in. The speech bubble, the note, and the spotlight are all ones that allow you to put in a link to another YouTube video. And it can be any video that you want it to be. So let's just go ahead and say that we're going to put in a speech bubble. And we can make this bubble look like anything. So inside the text here, we'll just say, check out the next video in this series. And down here at the bottom, there's a choice for a link. And this actually has to be a link to a video. Unfortunately, you can't link like to your site off of this. You can't go in there and be having a video about a particular product and have it link from the video to that product page. That would be really cool. YouTube doesn't allow you to do that. There is another way that you can do that, which I'm going to show you later. But for right now, what you want to do is you want to put in the link to whatever the next video is in the series. So let's say, for example, we come back here to this Evian Babies video, and you can see up here in the URL that it's youtube.com/watch ? And the video is, the V equals is the randomly assigned number from YouTube. I'm going to copy all of that information and go back here and paste that into the link. And that's really all there is to it. So I'm not going to go ahead and publish this, but if I publish this, then when it gets to this point in my video, then someone can actually click on that link and it will take them to the next video in the sequence. A couple of elements that you want to include when you're uploading your videos. You want to have a title in there that uses targeted keywords. So if you are saying something about Pakistan baskets, you saw that I started to bring up a video there about Pakistan baskets that I'd done for one of my customers. I might want to create a title that would say something like Pakistan baskets dash a video about how baskets are made in Pakistan. That would be utilizing the keywords multiple times in the title and making it a very rich, keyword-rich title, which is something that you want to do. You also want to mention those targeted keywords in the description and probably multiple times in the description as well. Certainly in the description you can mention your company's name and include a link to your website within the description of the video. So even though you can't do that as one of the annotations, you can do it as a link within the video. And that includes going to a specific product page. Tags, again, repeat those keywords in the tags, and then choose an appropriate category. All of these things are really, really important, and I'm going to show you why before this presentation is over. So think up a name for your video that's keyword rich. Add some tags. Put in a short description about what this video is all about, and then link back to your website in there as well. So, as we talked about, in SEO terms, this is a place to basically really seal the deal by having a link to your website so that people can click through that link and hit your website or a specific page on your website. And it's critical that you do this, that you put in the entire URL, including the http:// prefix. You can see up there if you just start with www, it doesn't create a link. If you put in the entire URL starting with that HTTP, then that will create a link to your website within the description. Now I told you that I was going to tell you why this was really critical. Well, one of the things that I did recently for a customer, the same people that I did the Pakistani baskets for, actually, is I built a video for them on ironwood figurines. And I'm actually going to jump over here to Google, and I'm going to do a search in Google for ironwood figurines. Before I put this video up for this company, they did not even appear anywhere that I could find them inside of Google. They were kind of invisible. Within 24 hours of putting this video up and doing all these things that I just talked about, the title, the description, the keywords, and so forth, inside of YouTube, within 24 hours they were on the first page of Google. And it was this company here, Amerimex Wholesale Distribution. They have remained on the first page of Google ever since this video went up, and it's a single video. That's how powerful video marketing can be. That's the general Google search. If I go to videos instead of everything, you can see here that they are the first slot on videos in Google searches for ironwood figurines. I'm going to jump over to their site. This is the video that I put up. I'm going to pause it here just for a second while I'm talking. This is the video that I put up about their ironwood figurines. There's no talking anywhere in this video. There's no person that comes on. This is all just a short video here about ironwood figurines and how you can get them from this company, Amerimex.com. If you look at the complete description, you'll notice it says available from, and it gives their exact website. So you can go from here directly to their website as well. So I'll go ahead and play just about 30 seconds of this 2-minute video here. Okay, I'm not going to show you the entire thing. You can go and look at the complete thing if you want, but there's a couple things here to note that are actually really interesting. One is, like I said, this video's only had 154 views. It has not been something that has gone viral by any sense of the imagination, but by doing these different things in terms of the title, calling it Ironwood Figurines, by putting in the word ironwood figures, and ironwood figurines and so forth in the description and putting a link back to their website, that has been enough to have driven them so that they are now one of the top results for that search term inside of Google. So what do you have to do to get started? Well, basically you need some equipment, including a camera, preferably one with an external microphone, computer, some editing software, and some background music. And I'm going to kind of speed through this so that I can get to all of the information that I want, but like I said, all of this, the notes from today are going to be available to you. Background music, it's fairly important that you use music that is not going to be something that YouTube is going to flag saying that you're stealing some pop artist's song. You may like the very latest song from Lady Gaga. Guess what? You can't use it. You're going to have to use something else. There are some sites out there that provide free, royalty-free music. The one that you just heard there in that Amerimex video came from this first site here, this Incompetech site. And this Dano Songs is another good one. There's probably some other ones out there as well. These links will be provided to you if you go to that web page where the notes are listed. You may want some video editing tools. These songs that you get may be way too long for the video that you're trying to do, and you need to shorten those down and so forth. A couple of great video editing tools out there that are free are Audacity and Goldwave. I use both of them, and so I don't necessarily recommend one or over the other. Since they're both free, I'd recommend that you go ahead and get both of those. You may want to do some screen capturing software. For example, if I'm showing software on the screen and I want to just do a capture of what I'm doing on the screen, I can do this with different screen capturing softwares. Both Cam Studio and Screen Toaster are free alternatives to the Camtasia program, which is a purchase program. Also a great program that you can use for editing if you do want to is Camtasia. You need some type of image editing software. There's a couple of different ways of doing this. Most professionals out there are using something like Photoshop or PaintShop Pro. I'm no exception. I use those programs, but there's an online program called Pixlr that allows you to do a lot of image editing directly online. And the reason why you may want to have some software like this is you'll notice that Amerimex video was nothing but still photos. It wasn't even a video of their product. So you can create a pretty interesting video from still shots. If you have a video that is already up on YouTube and you want to keep a hard copy of that, this keepvid.com program will allow you to do that. And now you need some way to put all the pieces together, do some video editing. Most of the world uses Windows, and Windows Movie Maker is a program that comes for free with Windows. If you want to do some more advanced editing, depending upon the platform that you're on, if you're on Windows, I recommend Adobe Premiere. If you're on Apple, I recommend iMovie. Both of these programs are in the $100 range, and they're very professional programs, and you can do all kinds of really cool things with them. We don't have time today for me to actually demo these products, but you can create some outstanding videos using these tools. I am going to show you a little bit here about Windows Movie Maker, however. So I'm actually going to run Windows Movie Maker, and I've already imported some video or some still images into this particular set of collections here. It's pretty easy to do this. You just go in and import and browse from your computer to put things in here. So if I want to create a new video here, for example, on these different types of baskets, I can actually just drag each of these pictures, whatever they are pictures of, into my timeline. I can also jump between the timeline and the storyboard, and when I do that, there are different effects that you can put on each of the images themselves and different transitions that you can do. So I might want to do like a checkerboard transition between each of these still images. This star down here is also the video effects. I can come up here and look at what the different video effects are, or I can come down here and do different video effects. And one of the things that's interesting to do is the ease in on one video and then go to the next video or the next still image and do an ease out, and just kind of go back and forth between easing in from one video and easing, or one image, and easing out from the next image. And when I do that, if I come back here to the beginning and hit the play button, you can see over on the far right side of my corner, far right side of my screen here, how that makes the still images basically appear to have some type of movement. You then go in and put some background music in there, a couple of slides worth of text, and you've got a really cool video created just from still images. Green screening is a technique that is used to allow people to basically appear in front of a different background. This is what most of the news stations do when they're showing you like the weather backgrounds and so forth. A lot of people go, that's a really cool thing, I wish I knew how to do that. The Adobe Premiere program and the Apple movie program that I talked about obviously has some great ways of doing this, but it's actually possible for you to do this with Windows Movie Maker as well. So these are the steps. I'm just going to kind of fly through each of these here. They are all in the notes. You basically record your subject in front of a green or a blue screen, you take this code right here, and I've got a file of this code already saved out for you when you go to the URL that I gave you and we'll give you again. You save it out as bluescreen.xml. You run Windows Movie Maker, you put this in there, and you now are going to have a transition called blue screen, which you didn't have before. Just check your preview to see if it worked, and you save it. And I'm going to show you how this actually works here. So I'm going to go back to Windows Movie Maker, and we'll just go ahead and delete everything here. Go to the timeline, and I'm going to go to basket weaving. I've got a little bit of a video in here of some people weaving these baskets. And then I've got a blue screen here that I'm going to put in as my next frame. And this blue screen actually has some baskets here in front of it as well. I'm now going to go to video effects, or I'm sorry, video transitions, and you'll see that blue screen is a video transition that now exists because I saved that XML file. I'm just going to drag that down here and drop it on top of this. And you'll notice over here in my preview window that that set of baskets is now overlaid on top of the video of the basket weaving that's going on there. I can take this and I can actually drag this out so that it covers more of my video, and when I hit the preview button here, you can see the basket weaving going on in the background with those baskets in the front. So that's how you can do a blue screen or a green screen technique using Windows Movie Maker. Okay, there are some versions of Windows where that XML file doesn't work because of the different changes that they've made to Windows Movie Maker. It may actually require that you buy a plugin for $15, which seems to be the going price for that if you want to do that. Pretty cheap investment if you want to do that, or you can just go ahead and spend $100 and get Adobe Premiere. As I said, you can take the videos that you have created and embed those into any web page that you want. I'm going to show you how this is actually done. Rather than going to the example page here, I'm just going to go to this cyber-based trading post and actually do it for you. So I'm going to jump over here. This is a page on cyber-based trading post, and you can see that there's some information here about these different award arrows and so forth, but I don't have a video on this page. In the control panel for this particular site, I'm going to go to Edit Products, and I'm going to click on the award arrows. Most backends of your different store software probably have something similar to this. This is the actual information that's appearing there. And if I jump over to YouTube here, this is the video that I want to put into this page. On most YouTube pages, unless someone has prevented you from doing it, there's a choice here to embed the video, and that is going to bring up the code that you need. Now, because this is on a site where I'm selling these arrows, I don't want to include related videos, so I can just turn that off, and that's going to take out the ability for related videos to show up. And I'm going to go through a number of other things that you can do when you embed videos to make them even cleaner inside of your code. But the simple thing is you just come here, you copy this code, you go to your control panel in your store, and I'm going to go to the source here, go to the very end, and just paste that code in. Then I'm going to save those changes, go back to my store, refresh the page that has these award arrows on there, and I now have that video embedded directly into my site. It plays it from YouTube, so I'm not even utilizing my own storage or bandwidth in order to do that. It comes through as an iframe. So very neat way of putting videos about all your products into product-specific pages on your website. Okay, and that's what we just talked about there. So some of the different types of embedding tricks that you can do to make them look even better. We just talked about how you don't want to have related videos, and the reason being is that those related videos may actually be something that is something from one of your competitors. Search bar, you can add an ampersand show search at the end, and that search bar goes away so that people can't search for other things. This is what that will now look like, rather than the way that it comes directly from YouTube. You can just manually paste in this and show search equals 0. You can make your video appear in high definition. There are some conversion programs out there. If you don't have a high-def camera, or you've just built this video from scratch using a bunch of product photos and so forth, both Squared 5 and Format Factory, which is formatoz.com, have programs that allow you to convert from standard videos to high-definition videos. Related videos. Take out the related videos at the end. You don't want someone going to one of your competitors after that video has been viewed on your own website. And that is controlled with this ampersand REL equals 0. Captions, you can get rid of captions. If people have put captions on videos, you can take those out of there with this IV load policy. You can link to a specific location within a video. Maybe you have a 5-minute video, but you only want to show the last 2 minutes of it on your website, and you can do that. This is what I was talking about earlier, where you can actually add a link to your embedded video. You can't add a link inside of YouTube, but if you go to this site, linkedtube.com, you can actually put a link on your embedded video to go anywhere you want to, and as you see here, including PayPal. So you could have if you go to PayPal and you're building PayPal buttons, for example, and you want someone to buy whatever is on the video, you can actually say right on the video, click on this video to buy this product now, and it will take them directly to the PayPal checkout page. You can embed your entire channel onto your website or your blog by using this code. Again, this code is available for you in the handouts at the end there. So I keep talking about YouTube channels. What the heck is a YouTube channel? Well, this one here you can see is actually one of the Disney channels on YouTube. It helps you to brand yourself, and there's a number of different examples. You can take a look at these different links yourself. I'll just go ahead and click on, for example, the outdoor channel to see what it looks like here. So this is the outdoor channel on YouTube. Pretty cool. How do you do that? Well, I'm actually going to show you how to do that here. In the Webstores Limited channel, I'm going to go to my channel, and you can see I've got this kind of cool background going on here. I've got various lists on the side and so forth, but I'm going to go to Themes and Colors. And when I do this, I'm going to then select Show Advanced Options. And one of the options under Advanced Options is this background image. I'm going to delete that image, so you can see it disappeared down here. I no longer have that. and I'm going to go create a new image. And the image that I create is going to be based upon this YouTube template file, which if you pick up the handouts at the end, I'm going to give you this template file for free. This took me many hours to get this exactly right, but you can have this template file by taking the other handouts. I'm then going to choose a different type of background, and let's just choose this background here, and I'm going to fill in on this template that background. Fairly simple. I'm not going to do a bunch of other stuff with logos and stuff right now for the sake of time, and I'm going to save this as a JPEG file, and I'll just call this YouTube newlife.jpg. And there it is. Come back to YouTube here. I'm going to browse to that particular file, youtube.newlife or youtube.newlife.jpg, and upload that. I now have that on my channel as the new background. So you can make this look like a number of different things. The other thing that you can do here is change the transparency. So the transparency basically allows you to see through on some of this. I've got a green color scheme going on here right now with this. Since that background is blue, I might want to go with more of a blue background. And then you can see here that this is starting to show through, and I can do some really cool effects with this. When I'm all done, it's absolutely critical that I hit Save Changes. If I don't, those changes will be lost. So you do want to make sure that you hit Save Changes. A couple of other examples, you can take a look at those at the end here. I know I'm running short on time. This is, again, how you customize the YouTube channel. Once you have your YouTube channel out there, you're going to want to promote it. And this is a great example of how to do this on your own website. In this case, it was done by the ANLA, American Nursery and Landscape Association, and they're talking about how episode 4 is now playing. They also show a previous episode guide where you can go and look at the previous episodes in this and what's coming up in future episodes. So a great way for you to kind of build your own channel and give people that type of information. This is the Amerimex Wholesale channel that we talked about earlier, and just an example of the background and the transparency behind the wrapper and so forth. So some of the things you can do. And we talked about how that has affected their search engine standings. So at this point, I'm not quite done, but Shauna, are you there? Shauna?
I'm here, but trying to find my my unmute button is that's the problem. That's the big problem. So that's it. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, I looked over and it was Joe Collector. So Joe Collector has won.
All righty.
So make sure to go to twitter-winner.com and claim the prize, and we'll get that information over to Greg. And everybody is saying such useful information. You need to go look at that hashtag NLE and go see all the comments, and they're going to want more information where they can talk to you and get that information. So you're definitely going to have to get on there right away because they're loving it. They're absolutely loving it.
Great. Well, I'm going to finish up here real quick with just a couple of slides. One is the giveaways that we talked about. All of today's notes, including all the links and code snippets that I've shown you, are available. That YouTube channel background template is available, as well as a secret bonus that I put on there. And if you just go to gregjameson.com/newlife, I'm going to give you all of that.
And they want to know your Twitter name.
Twitter name is @Webstores Ltd.
Okay.
Webstores Limited.
Perfect. So there you got it, and it's going to be in there. Somebody post that in there as well. Make sure that we've got that, and we'll make sure that you've got this. Somebody's asking, are we going to do the replay of these webinars? Yes, I am absolutely going to put up these replays. You're going to have it. I will ask all of them if they will put the slideshow on SlideShare or whatever it's called, so we can share it with you. And just we will have everything. Although you have to give me some time. You do have to give me some time. They are asking, what was that URL again?
Okay, I'm going to show that here right at the end. Let me jump through these next couple slides just real quick. How to become popular on YouTube. They're all in the notes, but basically find a niche, be consistent, be educational, be sexy, be funny, and so forth, and stick to it. I have to tell one little story here. People may say, you know, I think people are always looking at YouTube to see some skateboarder falling down or somebody sticking something up his nose or whatever. That's not always the case. My son was doing a project for his Eagle Scout, and he was actually installing carpet squares in a church. He had no clue how to install carpet squares. So he went to YouTube, did a search for how to install carpet squares, and sure enough, he found a video there that gave him step-by-step instructions on how to do this. And as a result of getting that education there, he showed that video to the other scouts in his troop so that they would learn how to install the carpet squares, and he ended up purchasing the carpet from the company that did that video. So it's absolutely critical that you do this. You can read these in the notes here about becoming popular on YouTube. But the most important thing is you need to get started. We can help you do that. My contact information is up here. I didn't put the Twitter handle on there, but like I said, that's at Webstores Ltd. You can go to Facebook/Webstores Ltd. I'm on LinkedIn. I've got a blog out there called The E-Commerce Entrepreneur. You can obviously see my main website there at the bottom, webstoresltd.com, and all of the handouts, again, are at gregjameson.com/newlife.
And we'll make sure to put that URL on our free goodies page, because you know how much we love our free goodies, so that way you don't have to furiously write this down. We'll make sure to get that. So thank you so much for your education. Thank you so much for sharing all of this. We certainly appreciate your time, and especially on a Sunday.
Hey, Shauna, it's always fun to be here.